So big news in Kaspa's ASIC story. Here we have probably the first video I think I've seen on YouTube by the Greater Good Mining on the KS0 from IceRiver. So these are the first ASICs that we're seeing shipped out. I know Red Panda Mining had his about 2 months ago, and he's probably still been mining on that. But these are the first official releases, and this is the first video I've seen of anyone setting up the KS0. I believe that Greater Good Mining said that he did order it pretty quickly, so that's probably why he got it first, and then probably a lot of mining farms ordered these as well. On the IceRiver Twitter, as we can see here, they were doing the testing on the network, so good news, we are delighted to announce that the KS0 has successfully completed its final testing phase. So I'm assuming that they're testing these first, so the KS0's first, and then they're going to move on to KS1's and KS2's, probably because these are just easier and they're less hash rate looking on the network. So in the past month, we haven't really seen much in terms of the Kaspa hash rate. These would have been on the network on the 6th of June or anywhere before that if they were testing on the Kaspa network. So when we look here, let's look for the 6th of June, which is around here. But that's the final phase of testing, was on the 6th of June. Well, that's at least when they gave an update. So who knows how long that these miners have actually been mining on the network. So maybe these dips or these peaks could have been because of these coming onto the network. Most likely here, we're looking at around 0.05, and then it comes all the way up to 0.19. And then it doesn't come down after that. So I'm assuming that they might have been mining on the network. A lot of ASIC companies will test on the network, so you know, they obviously have to test. And then if we look at this day chart, I know it's not really big, but there was a dip off there, but then it came back up. So I don't really know if we've already seen them come onto the network. Nobody really knows when IceRiver started testing or putting these on the network. We know normally Bitmain will mine on their network as well. They probably mined a bunch of Kaspa coin, and so did IceRiver probably because they have the tech to do it. Now, in terms of the KS1, I believe Greater Good Mining said he's received his tracking number for that, so that will be shipping out as well. Remember, the KS1's, KS2's, and KS0's will be the first to ship out. And then I think the KS3's will come after around a month later, they said. However, this is the only video that I've actually seen on the KS0's so far. So in this video, you guys should just check it out. I'll leave it linked in the description. He goes through the setup or whatever, talks about setting it up. And as you can see, after the setup, he got up to 100 gigahash, which is what they are advertised as. I believe it went up to 104, but that's just probably how the pool is actually monitoring it. So those were doing 100 gigahash at around 40 watts or something like that. And if you can see here, these KS3s, this is pinned to the IceRiver Twitter. These KS3s are doing 8 terahash at 3,200 watts, which is nearly the same as the KS3s from Bitmain. So we'll probably see them come onto the network in the next couple of months. I'm assuming we're not going to see much of a spike for the KS0's on the network hash rate, just because they aren't as powerful as these KS1's and KS2's. I know Red Panda Mining had the KS2, and that was hashing like incredibly on the network. But just imagine, you know, you had 200 or 300 of those units on the network, we definitely see a spike. Unless, of course, they've been mining on the network the whole time. And of course, normally it will be the mining farms that get them first because they have pre-orders, and Bitmain always open orders to all of those mining farms before they actually open to the general public. I do believe that they sell at a bit of a discount because it's in bulk to those mining farms, and then the price that you get from Bitmain after is basically a public price. And then I checked in the Kaspa Discord, that's where I found this video. I've already subscribed to Greater Good Mining, but this is where I found it first. Someone is saying they're shipped without any software. However, in Greater Good's Mining video, he does show software that is for the setup. I believe you go onto the IceRiver website, and then you go on support and it gives you a PDF on how to set them up. Then people are saying, I didn't receive my order yet. This person also says hash rate is up 62 terahash in the last 24 hours, just 6.91 terahash more, and I believe the ASICs are legit. So what we're all looking at basically is the Kaspa network hash rate to see if they're coming onto the network. That's one of the main ways you can verify, because you can't actually fake that on the network. And then at the bottom it says somebody got their tracking number, and they said it was number 20, and then it said your order is 20 and I just received my tracking number. This means I'll be waiting a long time. But there's an order number of around 1,000 and they received their order. So when we go back onto these pictures, we can see that they have basically loads of shells of these units. I know it's only 100 gigahash, but it will all add up to a certain amount on the network hash rate. And then if we scroll across as well, we can see that we have I don't know, 5 or 4 at the top there. There's probably around just 40 in this picture. I was trying to zoom in into this upper corner here to see if they were testing any KS1s or KS2s on the network, but I can't really work out what that is. I'm sure that they'll be testing it soon. And speaking of mining on the Kaspa network, right here we actually see a spike in Kaspa's price. So it's gone up 5% in one day. I know it's not a massive spike like we saw back around 3 months ago. However, this is good for ASIC miners and good for GPU miners because we could sell off more. Obviously, the network is going to experience more difficulty because the price is higher, so people will be getting on the network to mine to be profitable on Kaspa coin. But for now, let's just enjoy this 5% increase in price. If we go over to the 7 days, we can see we've had a kind of not really steady increase, but we've had our ups and downs. So we're having a nice little spike there. I don't know whether that's news around the KS0, KS1, KS2 coming on the network and people are buying up Kaspa coin. However, when we look on a month's chart, we are still down from those highs around 3 months ago. So I also want to mention here that IceRiver did put out a post on Twitter saying that you should protect yourself because there was a scam going around for IceRiver, for another IceRiver website, and that wasn't actually legit. So some employee was set up in another one and they were trying to get sales and basically scam their customers. So we also saw this picture from IceRiver, and I'm assuming that these are the KS1s. It might be the KS0's, then these might be KS1s. I'm not sure what boxes they were shipped in, but these could potentially be the KS1s, and these could be the KS3s that they're talking about. And then they have a box full of KS2s. And I don't know what the 4 would be. Maybe that would be the 3TL that they were going to release as well. However, even in this picture, that's around 30 boxes of Kaspa ASICs. So obviously that is a large operation that they're running over there. And then there's how many boxes here? 5, 4, and then 1 there. So clearly they have a lot in stock of these KS1s, KS0's, or basically any of these KS miners. So when we click on this tweet here, it says one of my friends received one of them. This is, I'm assuming, a KS1 or a KS2, I'm not sure. And this is the controller for IceRiver. We saw that in Greater Goods Mining video. It's just where you put in the pool that you want to mine to and then your Kaspa address after that. Now it says here 146G. I'm not sure if that's gigahash. I don't actually read Chinese or Mandarin. But it's looking like temperatures are pretty low on that as well. So that's all the updates that I have for the KS0. I'll be making videos when we actually see network spikes on the hash rate if they're real, and for the KS1s and KS2s. So stick around for the channel, subscribe, like the video for more content like this.